Welcome back to the channel, citizens. We have reached our 500 round count suppress on this particular firearm, my 300 Blackout Baby Blue, and we are going to take a look at it and clean it up today. So this is going to be a cleaning video. Pretty long and boring, but if it helps you, stay tuned.
If not, click off. All right? Thanks for watching.
Another one.
Pew, 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 pew. Citizen to a citizen, fool. Citizen to a citizen, fool.
Another one.
To life.
Okay. All right.
All right. We got her on the bench, disassembled. We can't do that on YouTube, so got it disassembled. Out we have our Fail Zero nickel boron lightweight bolt carrier group. Yes, this is nickel boron. If you can see that there, you see a lot of buildup there. Like the title mentioned, this is after 500 rounds of shooting suppressed. So we're going to go ahead and clean this up and see what it looks like underneath. During those 500 yards, they were in three different range sessions. Didn't have any hiccups shooting 300 Blackout, 220 and 220 grain, and I think 147. Don't quote me on that. I know the subsonics were 220. All of those were 220, but then I had some variances with the supersonics. All right, so we'll take this apart. Actually, we'll take this apart, the bolt carrier group, off camera, just to make sure that we don't have any issues. After we get it apart, we will start spraying it. Let it sit for a while, wipe it off, and go from there. All right, okay. Now we got our bolt carrier group apart. So you can see it's very, very dirty. I mean, almost no visible oil on here. So this is going to be a real deep clean on here. Same thing with our firing pin. Very, very dirty cotter pin. This gave me some trouble getting out. So did this. I mean, it was just stiff getting out, not how it usually comes out. The cam pin and bolt carrier. All right, so we're just going to spray these down and then wipe them. See if there's any baked on areas that need to be kind of scraped off. If there is, we'll go ahead and scrape them off carefully and go from there. All right, let's move some of the stuff out of the way. Same with this, look at that. If you could see that. A lot of carbon buildup, so we'll be cleaning this too. Using REM oil, cleaning, lubrication, and protection, so kind of a 3-in-1. I'm not partial. I use this. I use a couple of others. I can't remember the names. It tells you how often I clean my firearms, which is not good. You should clean your firearms after every range use, at least a nice wipe down and re-lube. Which honestly, I didn't do this one on purpose. I wanted to see its breaking point. I don't think we reached it, but at 500, I just wanted to stop and take a look at it. When I took a look at it, I didn't like what I was seeing. It's too much buildup, very, very dry, and I didn't want to take it that next step further. Listen, this may vary. It may look like I'm putting a lot on here. Some people say don't put a lot. This is what I do. I'm not asking you to follow me. I'm just sharing what I do and my process. All right. So I let that sit. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some down the actual barrel. I got the barrel to the right here, or the upper to the right, and I'll let that sit in. All right. So here's the upper. What I usually do while I'm spraying these down is I spray down the barrel. See if you can get into the chamber area. See, there's a lot of carbon buildup in there, and I just let it sit. This is the last thing I clean when I'm doing a nice deep clean here, and I let it just sit in there, and I run the bore snake through it, and I also clean out the chamber. A couple different ways you could clean out the chamber. You could go through back here, which I'm probably going to do that. I'll put it back on the vise and I'll clean it up from there just to get a thorough scrubbing. So let's get here, get this sprayed down. Let that sit in there. You really don't need too much in here. I'm only doing this because of the amount of rounds that I put in there, and I really want to get a good cleaning. But at the end, I'm going to thoroughly wipe all of this off. As you can see, some of it's already dripping out. All right. Put this at the end, and we'll put this back on the firearm. Another thing you want to do, what I do is with the oil that's on the gloves, I just wipe down the spring. Just get a little oil on there. All right. Put that aside. Nothing you have to do to this, but I also get a little oil on there just to get the carbon removed. And then you could also wipe this down at the end. Everything is going to get a wipe down at the end. I don't like a bunch of excess oil on the parts. It causes a lot of smoke when you start firing, and you're inhaling all of that. So I don't know what type of damage that'll do. So I try and wipe it down so I have like the thinnest layer on there as best as possible. All right, let's see. So we're just going to wipe this off now, and we're going to see if there's anything that needs to be scraped off. So as you can see, that wipe, it wasn't good enough, so we are going to do a little scraping. We'll spray it again, and then we'll do some light scraping to get this off, as much as we can anyway. I don't know if it's going to come off. I don't want to go ahead and do that, and then next thing you know, the paint starts peeling off. So I'm going to give this another little coating. This one will be lighter. Let that sit a little bit. All right. Swing through with this. Take a look at it. Yeah, this is. We're gonna have to take care of that. I could feel the actual carbon buildup on here. As you can see, it's coming off on the shop towel here. So we'll give this another little coating. Let it sit a little bit. Firearm pin. Yeah, all of this is going to need to get a nice little deep cleaning, because these parts aren't black. All right, and then got this here. So yeah, it's coming off. So you can see the nickel boron shining through now on this Fail Zero bolt carrier group. I love this bolt carrier group. I have it in this one, and I have it in my 16-inch 300 blackout, and it's never failed me. Never failed me. As you can see, got the cutouts, makes it a little bit lighter, a lot bit lighter. All right, let's get some spray on here. Get a little in there. Like I said, your mileage may vary. This is the amount of spray I use when I'm cleaning. So, you know, just, you know, you clean yours how you want to clean yours. This is how I clean mine. So it's coming off a little bit. It's a brass brush. I don't expect to get all of it out, just most of it. And at the end of the day, you know, as long as you don't have it caked up so bad that it starts to cause malfunctions. And this might be a long and boring video. I don't blame you if you shut it off after you get the gist of everything. I may even speed it up to save you the pain of having to look at this. But I mean, if you wanna go ahead and your firearm that you went to use and test or do whatever is not working the way it's supposed to be working, and that makes for a very bad day. Very bad day. Got some of it off. Let's see. I'll give this another spray and I'll let it sit, and then I'll wipe it down again. Then while all that stuff is sitting, I'll go ahead and get our barrel back into the picture and run the bore snake through it a couple times. Oh, I already sprayed that. I think this is the 30 cal. I've got one for 5.56 and I've got one for 30 cal. Love the bore snake, it's a lot easier. Just drop it down, pull it through. Yep, this is the 30 cal one. Drop it down, pull it through. I do that about 3-4 times. Yep, that's it. You can run this through it. Back and forth. That'll get your barrel right. Run this guy through it to get that debris out. That loosens it up, this gets it out. Yeah. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to put this back on the device. All of this is going to be wiped up, trust me. When we get it back together, I've got a special cloth that I use to wipe everything down, make it look good. Alright, so we're going to get this back together. I didn't catch it on video, but I did clean the star chamber where this piece mates up to the barrel inside. I did go ahead and clean that out. These gloves, I love these gloves, but sometimes I go hard. These are Venom steel gloves. I think mechanics use these. I've been using these for a while now, and they're great. So we'll wipe these down one final time, and then we'll reassemble off camera, and then I'll wipe the entire outside of the rifle down so that it's not dripping with oil. Now what I do you can, it's whatever you want. I'll spray a thin lube of frog lube on here, just on this part here, or I also use where is it? Break Free. This is a cleaner lubricant and protectant. either in these channels right here, and I put a little bit right here. Okay, and then I put a little bit in between here. We'll do the frog lube this time. Those are the only ones that I don't wipe off. Okay, so I'll put a very light coating there and leave it just like that. And then I will do the same to get in between those channels, and I'll leave it just like that. Is that going to cause some smoke? Yeah, it is going to cause some smoke. But I'm okay with that. The rest, you know, you have oil in your gloves, you know, get it on there, wipe it off so it's not excess, and then reassembly. Reassembly is pretty simple. Some last minute areas. Gotta make sure it's nice and clean. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right, we'll be right back with everything assembled, and we'll do a final wipe down, and we'll go from there. Okay, we have the bolt carrier group assembled. You want to go ahead and test it for function. Okay, going back and forth. If you go like that, it's supposed to come right out. And that seems to be doing just that. We'll get this back in the rifle. We'll be right back. All right, so got everything reassembled. This is the cloth that I use to wipe it down. It's for pistols, rifles, shotguns. Basically, it takes all the excess oil off, leaves a nice little sheen on there, real protective. So go into all of this. Another thing that I did off camera, forgot to do it on camera, is clean out where the trigger is. So I clean that area out as best as I can without taking out the trigger. This is a drop-in trigger. So let's see what we got. There we go. That's it, folks. We are ready for our next range trip, where we'll do another 500 yards and 500 rounds, and see what it looks like again. All right, thanks for watching. Do me a favor, these videos, they take time to edit, get everything right for you guys to look as professional as they can. By no means am I a professional, but I try. You know, like the video, subscribe, comment, share. You know, share your tips. You know, how do you clean your AR-15? All right, that's all I got, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.
Citizen to a citizen, boy. Citizen to a citizen, boy.
Key to life.